Hello, thank you for joining me today. It's been a long time. I just had a few days at home and I thought I'd just quickly do a little video about September, the remainder of the days of September. We've still got quite a long way to go before September 2023 ends. And the reason why I thought I'd just do this, A, because I have time, and B, because, wow, everything is about Leo currently. So let's have a little look and see what's going on. I'm not completely, what do you call it? I'm not completely ready for everything. But yeah, as I was looking, I'm going to go back so you can just see, like, if I go back to today, which is the 7th. Okay, so although I will do this for, all the ascendants, but I just wanted you to just see what the focus is very much on Leo. So wherever Leo is in your chart, it's really good to give it some energy, because Jupiter and Rahu are actually aspecting, as is Saturn, and they're both retrograde in the sense that there is like some work to be done behind the scenes, not just in those, so wherever that sign is, like Aries and also Capricorn, you're going back and redoing some things, maybe thinking about, whatever area of your life that kind of sign represents, and how you can go back and just finalize certain things. And so obviously in the sign also we have Mercury retrograde again, more to do, and because obviously all these planets are retrograde, so they are reflecting and reviewing and reassessing everything, and they all have an influence on Leo. Sun, the ruler of the sign, is also there till a little bit like middle of the month, so it's an important time. And not only that, we have Venus from one side and Mars on the other side hemming the sign as well. So there are things to wonder about, and Leo in itself is all about creativity, children, and expressing yourself. Is highly artistic. So it's if you think the third house is how you express yourself, etc., three houses from the third house is your fifth house. So it's extreme creativity. It's all those talents that one can express, and it's all forms of things like film and photography, education, academic education. It's teaching, being a teacher, being an advisor, consultant, and singing, playing instruments, writing. Everything can be embraced within Leo. Leo is also where we like to have some form of, if you like, it's the palace. It's so for example, somebody who has fourth house, which will be like a Taurus ascendant, fourth house is Leo. So they like to have a home. That's very important. They like to have a fixed abode, because obviously this sign is a fixed sign, and it's also because it's ruled by the king. They want to feel at ease at home. They'll probably spend quite a lot of time at home. So all those kind of things are very important. Look at your fourth house, whatever ascendant you are, and just spend some time thinking about it. Mars has already been in Leo. Venus was in there and retrograded back into Cancer. So there's a lot going on regarding this sign. So, and also the new moon will occur in this sign. So lots of things going on about Leo. Okay, so I'm just going to stop this and just carry on with the ascendants. Thank you. Hello, thank you for joining me. This video is for Aries Ascendant or Aries Moon using the sidereal zodiac for the month of September 2023. Bearing in mind this is the 7th now, so a whole week has gone by, so apologies for that. I just had a bit of time and I thought, let's do some videos. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well, looking after your lovely selves. Okay, Aries Ascendant. Okay, so we start with your ruler, Mars, first house ruler in the 6th house. Boy, are you working hard. you're working hard, you're kind of managing yourself the best that you can, being a busy person. You know, Mars, Aries are busy, aren't they? Because they just they like to be doing a lot of things. They like to have a lot of experiences, being the baby of the zodiac. And what happens from the sixth house, which Mars does exceedingly well in the sixth house, it just means that you are very, because it's planet of logic, really. They now go into a sign that's very good for planning and putting structure into your day, into your work, how you manage yourself. So if you wanted to do, manage your work really well, you do exceedingly well in that. If you wanted to kind of get rid of any discord, debts, disease, you can do that. If you wanted to have a really good program of working out, doing yoga, whatever, you can just do that, because this is a really good house for your ruler to be in. From there, it's aspecting your ninth house. So basically, ninth house being house of travel, dad, stuff like that. So your father could be poorly during this time for some of you, or some of you could also have like slight discord with your dad, or it could actually happen that you are really struggling with something if you're studying and you really need the support of your father or your guru, your teacher, in that sense as well. But it will come, it's just one of those things that it will just, with time, this will just ease. Then you have, from there, it's also Mars is aspecting your 12th house. So it just means that you put in more energy into ending things and closing chapters, starting new ones. And also, this could also mean that you are putting energy into your personal life, because it's obviously, this is like all to do with like bed pleasures as such. But also could mean that you're spending money, maybe spending too much money, because Mars makes you spend money without really thinking about it. And then you suddenly think, oh my goodness, they'll spend all that much money. Jupiter for you rules your 9th and 12th house in the first house. So you just got to be like cautious during this time, because Jupiter on the first house can make people's waistline expand a little bit. And it could also be that you start eating more sugary food, stuff like that. So just be aware, because it can actually have an impact on your liver. And so it makes you a little bit indulgent, because 12th house is in the first house. So you could either overeat or overindulge, stuff like that. From there, Jupiter is also aspecting what would be your 9th house. So it's protecting your 9th house, which is to do with travel, dad, education, higher education really, and travel. So it's protecting that. Rahu is also energizing the same house as well. So it could be that you still, like might want to plan to have another, if you've already had a holiday, maybe have another one, or maybe start a new educational thing too. It could just be an academic year, and this is you're starting a new academic year with that in mind, really. From there, Rahu and Jupiter both are aspecting your 5th house of fun, romance, children, being a teacher, enjoying life, all that kind of wonderful stuff. So that's being activated by both of them too. And as is Jupiter aspecting what would be your 7th house of relationship. So if you're in a relationship, you really feel quite connected on a deep level with them, because Ketu doesn't really like to be in relationships which are very frivolous and just a little fling. It's not like that. It likes to be with somebody who's got depth and is spiritual, and there is some substance to the relationship. So all those people who might have had a relationship which wasn't that way inclined, they could have gone by the ways, but it brings people into your life that are a little bit more, you can connect with them a little bit better, a little bit more, it's a past life thing, so it just feels right. And obviously this will be the theme for Rahu Ketu in your 1st and 7th house. So Rahu would have changed you in some ways. You would have adopted new kind of things, change the way you dress, change the way you have your hair and stuff like that during the past year and a half. and Ketu would have just done away with relationships that were no good and make you want to commit to somebody who is. And that will be till the 30th of October. But Jupiter is also blessing your 7th house too, which is nice. Really, really good. So 5th, 7th and 9th house and your 1st house are being really blessed by Jupiter there. Then we have so let's go to the other planets and see. So Saturn for you rules 10th and 11th house. It's in your 11th house. So, you know, you're quite serious about your groups of friends. You're committed to them. You know, this is a Sasha yoga for you, Mahapurush yoga. So it's important. Saturn is very, very strong there. And from there is aspect in your 1st house. So yes, actually during this time, you know, you find you've already become much more responsible, conscientious, hardworking, serious, and, you know, trustworthy person that people can actually rely on. And you can rely on yourself too. From this aspect in your 1st house, as I said, making you more determined to succeed, more determined to actually put effort into things. And then it's also aspecting what would be, together with Jupiter, they're also, and Rahu, they're aspecting your 5th house. So, you know, it's like education, 5th house, children, stuff like that. So, you know, there could be opportunities for you to those of you who want to have children to do that. Those of you who want to have fun with your partner and just have really good times, you can do that. If you want to do education, academic education, that's also up for grabs. There are opportunities for you there. And also those of you who obviously have got good access to investments would be good, but I will always say try to get good advice for that. Then we have Mercury. Mercury rules 3rd and 6th house. Not a great planet for you. It's in the 5th house, so it could be that we are micromanaging our children. It's a teacher thing, isn't it? So it's like it's teaching young children, and you just, but obviously if they're our own kids, we don't want to be micromanaging them. So we want them to just have, you know, have their education, but also have fun. So not to have too many commitments, that kind of thing, because that could be a little bit, Mercury could be a little bit like this, because Mercury is very good at doing lots of things, but not everybody can do that. So you can be sometimes expecting a lot from a partner or, you know, a friend, a child, which can be a little bit. So always test and just see what your gut feeling is about them, you know, because it's a world that just wants to achieve, isn't it? Which is not always good. What is happening for you though, which is really amazing. Actually, just wanted to say also, it could be perfect time now with that for you to actually really kind of use the intellect of Mercury and intelligence of the Sun to, if there are any discord with any of your friends or siblings or something like that, to just put that to rest and just bury that and let it go with love too. That could also happen, particularly when Mercury goes direct on the 16th. Sun is obviously strong, 5th house ruler in the 5th house, and then we also have the amazing thing is Venus. Venus is in the 4th house for you, so it's brilliant. Has got directional strength. It's in a soft family home. Feels fantastic. 2nd house ruler and 7th house ruler in the 4th house. You're just feeling good, feeling secure, loved, protected, and emotionally happy. So those are the things that are going on there. Then on the 10th, let's go to the 10th. Moon enters own sign. Both planets have got directional strength. You're just having fun, indulging with your family, loved one, enjoying work and enjoying home at the same time. Nice balance there going on. And then Moon and kind of steps into Leo, 4th house ruler in the 5th house. That's nice. Raj Yoga, although Mercury kind of spoils that because it's 6th house ruler there. So really, this new moon for you is very much about fun. Do I want to start this educational thing? Do I want to do, like, you know, do I want to have children? Am I, you know, you're really reassessing education of your children, all that kind of stuff. How I am romantically, you want to have romance in your life. Sun is all about romance, really, 5th house, Leo. So these are the themes of things that are going on, having a balance of work, do enough work so I still enjoy life, not always about working. And then on the 16th, well, on the 15th, Moon goes into what would be fourth house ruler, goes into the 6th house. So again, we want to make sure that we have no conflicts really at home, just work through that. But it could also be that, you're having a clean up of the house, doing a little bit of spring clean, doing like a fasting or something of that nature too. And then Mercury goes direct on the 16th and pretty much 17th, 18th. Oh gosh, we're done there. Sorry, let's go back. Oh goodness me. Sometimes I do amaze myself. Right, and then we have, there we go. So some on the 17th, 18th, depending on where you are, it actually steps into what would be the 6th house. So 5th house ruler in the 6th house. Again, just education is on your mind. You want to work hard, and you might be working with young children, being a teacher. And now you got two kind of malefic planets in your 6th house. That's really good. Both of them do extremely well when it comes to do with anything to do with work and career. So it's quite fiery though, so you've got to be careful at work not to let the ego, because the sun can be a bit egotistical. And so now we also have Moon and Venus are in an exchange. So 4th house ruler is in the 7th house, 7th house ruler in the 4th house. So lovely, enjoying being with your family and your spouse or partner. And then the next day we have Moon in Swati. I have to just say Jupiter is also blessing that Moon, so this is like 10th house ruler aspect in the 4th house ruler too, so that's really nice. And 9th house ruler aspect in the 4th house ruler, which is a really nice Raj Yoga there for you. This is now Moon in Swati. You feel quite psychic, quite intuitive about things, and what will happen, because you can put your intentions out on this day, you can put it on a white piece of paper, blue ink, pay gratitude to the universe and your life, and then in detail put down what you would like to manifest, your intentions in detail, and then pay gratitude, thank the universe, and place it in the northwest of your property and let the magic happen. You can do that again on the 1st of October. You just got to see what the times in your time zone, just so you don't get it outside Ashwini. So Moon in Ashwini is the next one, which will be on the 1st of October, as I said. Okay, so now we're going to go a couple of days where Moon is 20th and 21st. It's in 8th house. So thinking about changes that you want to make at home. Careful how you drive as well during that time. Now we have Moon goes into 4th house ruler in the 9th house. Nice Raj Yoga, being blessed by 9th house ruler too. Very nice. And then we have Moon opposite Venus. So 7th and 4th house ruler are in opposition. And that's lovely too. So sorry, let me just go back. Here we go. Yeah, so that's nice too. So Moon is protecting Cancer, and we have this wonderful balance between work and home where you're enjoying both quite nicely. And then Moon moves into 4th house ruler, goes in with the in the 11th house with Saturn. So makes you a little bit more kind of serious about your groups and community of networks that you have, more nurturing too. And then we finished the month really with Moon, 4th house ruler in the 12th house. So, just enjoying being at home, chilling. And this is going to start the whole full moon. So your focus will be what you like to finish in order to, the focus is for you the next couple of months, the things that you want to finish chapters of your life that, you want to end, finish, let go of, and what you want to create, really. And those will be in every sense to do with your work and having more quality, if you like, having that balance of, you don't want to work so hard that it makes you ill, having that balance again. So yeah, things that you want to finish and where you want to put your attention for your own health and healing, you know, so having that balance at work will be fantastic. And that's how really we end the month, basically. Okay, so I go back because it's late. I mean, you know, because it's like the ascendant is at 8:00 p.m. When I change that, it goes, but actually moon is still on the 30th, is still in Pisces. Anyway, have a great month and enjoy it. Enjoy the blessings that are coming, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.